If I could go back to day one of my crypto journey, when I installed my first wallet or made my first transaction or, yeah, send it to the wrong chain, these are the things that I wish I knew. Whether you're new, you're just curious, or you already been there, this just might be fun for you too. Hi, I'm Vanna, and I make crypto make sense. So lesson number one is learning from the right people, especially early on. Many people have different opinions and different experiences, and that's all right, but it's really important if you're starting to learn from people who actually know what they're sharing. You might be learning from your friend or your boyfriend or YouTube, like you are doing with me now. But what really matters is getting knowledge that can protect you, that can serve you in real life, not just blockchain definition or trilemmas and stuff like that. One of the best decisions for my education that I made in crypto is definitely becoming part of ShiFi course. I was part of cohort 12 and I'm really grateful to Silo for sponsoring my scholarship. What is ShiFi? ShiFi is a platform that educates women in crypto and Web3 as well as non-binary. And let me tell you, the explanation that Maggie does is so simple, so fun, and really covers everything that you need to know, not only as a beginner, even intermediate in crypto. And don't get me wrong, after being for 2 years in crypto and even more now, I still do not know the definition of blockchain. I do understand how it works, and that's what matters to me. The way I personally learn is understanding how something functions, not just learning what is written on the paper. And same goes for any definition. Even when I was studying back in college, it was like that. If you are like me and if you just want to understand things, how they function, that's important. But just learning definition doesn't mean you're actually knowledgeable. Just because you're able to say blockchains does not mean that you understand what it actually means. The more important thing is that you understand what it means. But in reality, you don't need to know what is blockchain to be in crypto, depending on what expertise you require. I was okay not knowing what its definition was, neither understanding how it works until I was ready to understand. So I wouldn't go smashing your head around learning definitions, but I can say that if you are curious and you want to find a job in crypto or Web3 space, you do need to know these things. Maybe not a definition, but understand how things work and what they actually mean. And best way for me to do this is becoming part of ShiFi program. And if you're lucky, you might get sponsored too. I'm gonna leave a link to ShiFi course down below. They're just starting a season 14. You might be able to make it for this one. And even if you don't, there will be season 15 after this one pretty soon. Second lesson, and I have to say, really painful one for me, was consistency over perfection. Consistency is important for everything in life, and so it's in crypto. When I first started out in crypto, I was doing dollar cost average, or DCA, meaning that I was buying Bitcoin and Ethereum that had price of 17K for Bitcoin and 2K, no, I'm lying, it wasn't 2K, it was 1.2K for Ethereum. I decided to put $200 each week, 100 each, 100 Bitcoin, 100 Ethereum, and around Bitcoin was around 25K and Ethereum around 2000, I think, end of 23 is where I got, well, I don't know if it was lazy, but I think it was more scared, like where is the price going to go? Many people were saying it's going to go down, and I listened to those people instead of just being consistent. Because one thing about DCA, if you really want to own a token and hold it for a long time, all this fuss and news and FUD and hype, nothing matters. The whole thing about DCA is just buying no matter the price, because you have a great entry. Let me tell you, 70K was a great entry, and yes, I was buying all the way up to 25K, but if I continued, I would have made a lot of money without having to stress about investing in some new tokens, meme coins and stuff. So that's why I say this is a really painful lesson for me, but I'm happy to be sharing it with you today. This year is not about timing. This year is about showing up regardless of the price. And honestly, that applies, as I said in the beginning, to anything in life. If you keep showing up, the results will be there, one way or another. Third lesson was you don't need to know everything to start. And that doesn't only apply for me starting out in crypto, it applies also to me now. I'm here talking to you, but it took me, I can say a year or so of thinking, yeah, I'm gonna start making content. I'm gonna start making video. I'm gonna start showing up. I'm gonna put myself out there. I'm gonna put myself in a comfortable place where I might be afraid that I'm doing too much and whether anybody's gonna actually watch this video. But you know what? You don't know how it's gonna turn out, and you don't wait for the right timing. You just start. And not only about creating content, even buying your first NFT or doing your first trade. Of course, I do suggest that you do your own research and you need to know some basic stuff, but you don't need to know everything to make a move. You don't need to understand everything. As I said previously, you don't need to understand how blockchain works to know that it's secure, that it's transparent, that there are people or nodes verifying all the transactions. You need to understand how that works. But you know the main difference between the bank and between the blockchain is that in the bank you can't see who is doing what, and there is no transparency, and moreover the money in the bank, it's not actually yours. But money in crypto, you know that it's yours because you're the one who holds the key, and if you lose this key, then your money is gone. And in the bank can go bankrupt, or they can just freeze your card for some suspicious transaction or whatever is the case. So these are the things that you need to know and understand, some basic stuff. But what is a non-fungible token? I'm sorry, not really. At least that's my opinion. Everyone has value in Web3. Everyone. Listen to me. If you have imposter syndrome, you're not the only one. I'm here. I just said it took me 1 year to record this video, but I'm here. And let me tell you, I received a lot of positive comments about my videos. People actually saying that my knowledge and my consistency and me showing up and sharing my experiences help them. And that applies for everyone. You might be a songwriter and your song can help someone or inspire someone. You might be writing a poem, and you might be creating artwork. You might be a singer. I mean, maybe I'm too artistic, but maybe you're a trader and you know like a fun way to do me. Maybe you're a designer, maybe you're a photographer. This is the thing that I love about Web3. When I joined first time, I felt so accepted. I'm a yoga teacher. I'm a tennis coach. I am a YouTuber. I was a trader. I am content creator. I am so many things. I fly a drone. I am a digital nomad. I travel a lot. All these things people want to hear about. Yes, some people stick to one niche, and I'm not saying they don't have other interests in life, and that works for them. But me, what worked for me is just being myself, and I'm sure it can work for you too. So don't think that nobody will care about your artwork, about your song, about your photography, even your opinions. It doesn't have to be something tangible, you know, like you can make sculptures or whatever. It can be anything, and there is people who will care about it. To find your people, and people will love whatever you post. Trust your instincts. This one, I have to say, I learned the hard way. I think we learn all the things the hard way, and I really wish you can learn from my experience. But if you do have to experience this, know one thing. Your instincts are almost never wrong. And even if they're wrong, you know who you're gonna blame? Yourself. Because you are the one who made the decision. Many times when you think that somebody is in crypto longer than you or have more experience than you might listen to their opinion and accept it as your own, but they might be wrong and your hunch might be right. This happened to me, whether it was entering a trade or exiting a trade or a project. trusting a project or finding an opportunity, I didn't act on my instinct. I listened to someone who I thought had a better experience than me. And guess what? I was wrong. And if I took my instinct, my little insect, if I listened to it, I would have made a lot of money. And no, I do not blame anyone for listening to their opinion, because in the end, the one who makes decision is you. But I'm just telling you, it feels so much better when you make a mistake based on your own opinion than when you make a mistake based on somebody else's opinion or something that you thought you were right, but you just didn't listen. Connect with yourself and listen to your instincts. And we are coming to almost the last. This is the last before last, second before last, second last. I don't know how you say it, but double check everything. And I mean everything. You know, when I said that you hold your own keys, I'm serious. If you lose your password for your bank account, you can call your bank, right? But if you lose your keys, your money is gone. So double check you wrote your seed phrase right. Double check your seed phrase is safe. It has to be safe at all times, especially if you have money there. Double check. When you're sending money from one wallet to another, from exchange to a wallet or from wallet to a wallet, make sure you're on the right chain. You're not sending Solana to Ethereum, or like me, when I did my first transaction from Binance, I sent Ethereum on BNB, luckily to Ethereum on BNB, so I didn't lose my money. But if you send, I was supposed to buy an NFT on Ethereum chain, okay? But I saw that transaction is cheaper on BNB, so I sent it to my MetaMask on BNB, and I didn't lose my money. All I had to do is send it back. But if you send your money to a wrong chain in a wrong wallet, it's gone. Nobody can help you. There is no bank to call. Money is gone. So that's why I always do, what I can suggest and what I always do is a little transaction, just to be sure, and always reading your address, confirming. Sometimes there are those hacks that copy your address, the front and the back, and the middle is not the same, and you send money to someone else. I don't know. It happened to a couple of people, never happened to me, but double check where you're sending money. Do a $10 transaction before doing $5,000 transaction. That's the best thing you can do. And also make sure if somebody is sending you DMs, make sure that's the person. That person was not hacked. If it's offering you a job, asking you some personal details, even if you know this person, even this is me, even if I send you a DM and I'm offering you some crazy good opportunity, double check, because somebody might have hacked my account and impersonating me to scam you. So always double check people, transactions, addresses, everything. You have to double check, especially links. If you are looking for a job and you're desperate, don't just click on any Zoom link or don't just accept to talk to anyone. It's really important to double check. If you're not sure, use ChatGPT. You have a free version, use it. Copy the link, paste the link, ask ChatGPT, is this a genuine Google Meet? Is this a genuine link? He will tell you. And if you're not sure, use a device that you don't have important things on. If you really want to take this call or click on this link. If you're like, I've been there. And don't rush. When you're claiming airdrops, do not rush. I know we're still in the same lesson, double check, but do not rush. Double check this address, because what happened to me, I was lucky that there is no wood, but I was never scammed, but I was almost scammed because I wanted to claim my $6 airdrop on Orbiter Finance. And I went on their site, and in the comment there was a link and the icon of their profile. And I thought for a moment, because I didn't double check, that this is the link that they put in a comment for people to claim the airdrop. But do not do this. Like, people will find ways to scam you that you never thought existed. So it's the most important thing to go on the Twitter profile of this project or a person to verify whether they're a genuine original profile. There are fake profiles that they create, especially around claiming the airdrops. So double check and thank me later. And the last lesson for today is Don't wait to take action. I know it's very similar to you don't have to know everything to start, but just don't wait. You can start today with whatever it is that you know, whatever it is that you're feeling called to do. You don't have to wait for a better market. You don't have to wait for something to happen, somebody to push you. You just have to start. Whatever it is that you want to do, whether you just want to post, whether you want to be active, whether you want to trade, whether you want to create your own NFT, whatever your dream is, just start. You don't need to know it all. You just have to stay curious, ask questions, and protect yourself. If this helped, drop a like or a comment below and let me know what is the thing that you wish you knew when you started out in crypto. And if you want more videos like this, click that subscribe button, and I'm here to share my experience as I go. See you in the next video.